Susul. Hi everyone, welcome back to Under the Plumbob Podcast YouTube channel. So today I am going to be talking with you on how to download and pose your Sims in Sims 4. So, perfect way to get started if you do not have a pose pack or anything is head over to Lana CC Finds on Tumblr. So go ahead and head over here. Now, what I absolutely love about Lana CC Finds is that this Tumblr actually lists at the top here the pose player and the teleport any sim mod, which is what you need to make poses. So I'm going to go ahead and open up those. As you can see, they have all the updated versions of the pose player and everything. So let's go ahead, let's head over to Sim 4 Studio. So where you get the pose player mod is from Sims 4 Studio, and you're more than welcome to I'll leave this in the description box so you guys can just click that directly. But I find just going to Lana CC Finds, clicking it directly is like a lot easier. So if anything happens to Lana CC Finds, I'll put the link in there for you guys. So all you gotta do is just download this mod and download the Teleport Any Sim mod, which is this little silver knight here. It says Sims Teleporter Destination. This you absolutely 100% need to pose Sims. Again, this is on Sims 4 Studio, so you just gotta download this and get some poses. So obviously, since we started on Lana CC Finds, I love to get poses from Lana CC Finds. What I like is that it is all based off of what you need. So if you're doing, you need a couple pose, for example, you can do quantity couple, and here you go. She lists, they list all of the poses that you have for two Sims. And it's not even necessarily a couple, like here, this one is like two friends talking. It's just so organized. I absolutely love it. A lot of different Sims. Like if you have a Sims resource account and you want to find poses on there, you can. So really it's whatever website you want to go on. Lana CC Finds though is my favorite because it just organizes everything so nicely, as you can see. Like you can get anything. Camera poses, like what? Hello, it's so nice. So go ahead and download those and let's hop into the game. All right, perfect. So we started up the game, and as you can see, if you download CC or mods for the first time, you might get this little pop-up, which is disabling your mods. So really easy fix, you just go to the options menu, game options, other, enable custom content. This game is restarted. Yep, totally fine. Make sure everything is checked here. Apply changes, and you're just going to exit out of your game and restart. So let's do that now. All right, so we're back in the game, and this is the pop-up that's going to show up every time you download a script mod or a piece of custom content for your game. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, make sure that you see the Andrew Pose Player and the Teleport Any Sim script. These are absolutely necessary for you to pose your Sims. And the rest of these are all just poses that I have. So I just went and downloaded a couple of poses from Lana CC Finds. Again, I'll leave the Lana CC Finds Tumblr in the description box. And you're welcome to, not show this as startup if you are good, whatever you want to do. So we'll go ahead and hop into a game. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Marissa Cowplant save. As you remember, a million years ago when Strangerville came out, I did a Strangerville Let's Play with Marissa Cowplant, hero of Strangerville. So let's go ahead, let's start up the game with her. All right, so here is the game. Here is beautiful Marissa Cowplant, who's going to be our subject for posing. So the absolute easiest way to pose in The Sims is to literally just take your Sim, have them go in an area you want them to pose. So let's get Marissa up. And, face us, Marissa. Oh, don't talk to Benjamin, honey. We got some posing to do. I know he's your love of your life, but if you don't know who Benjamin is, you have to watch the Strangerville Let's Play. It's on this channel. All right, so now when you click on your Sim, you'll see pose by pack, pose by name. So pose by name, I never use just because I don't know the names of all the poses that I download. But pose by pack lists all the names or lists all the poses. And they even give you, combination 31 pose by categories. They list everything for you. So let's go ahead and go here. Let's go to this pose. So as you can see, it lists all the different poses. And this can be with male or female Sims, whichever doesn't matter, or whatever Sims you want to do. But most of these like kind of model poses list an all-in-one. I tend to always just click that. Unless you have an absolute favorite pose, I tend to just do all-in-one. And what I did there is I just pressed normal speed. Now I'm going to pause again to have her stay in the pose. So this is now your Sim is posing. So as you can tell, this is not a pose that's done in the game. This is totally different. She's in the pose. So there we go. We got beautiful Marissa Cowplant. Now, as you noticed earlier, I put the walls up. When you're posing in The Sims 4, I think default, have your walls up, have roof up, everything. Have everything up. Because that way when you're taking pictures, you're not getting like a cutout of a bathroom in the background or something like that. If you really want to set your pictures, kind of make them look more special and more realistic, little things like that really set you apart. So, another thing that really sets you apart when you take photos of your Sims is getting rid of the Plumbob. So how do we get rid of the Plumbob? Shift Control C, headline, effects, off. So headline effects, one word, space off, press enter. You'll see headline effects cheat is enabled, and as we see, Marissa Cowplant's Plumbob is now gone. So we'll go ahead, zoom in. Now, I'm sure you've all seen those, Tumblr pages of, Sims photos, and you see they're at really extreme angles, or maybe they're posed lower or higher than the Sim, and you're moving your camera around and you're like, how do I get that? I don't understand. How they take those photos is in tab mode. So what that means is your Sim is posed, your background is how you want it, everything's in its place, they're wearing the right outfit, you're going to click tab. So tab not only gets rid of, as you see, it got rid of all the game, mambo jambo, but now the camera is movable with your mouse. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. As you can see, we have total control. We have much more of a real life kind of view here. Another thing that's awesome is you can press the Q key. So Q like queen, and that brings your camera down. So as you can see, I moved forward a little bit with my, the up arrow key. As you can see, we are totally on the ground. So this is another great camera mode if you have like a pet and you want to tell a story from a pet's perspective. This is what you would do. You'd press the Q like queen key. To bring the camera up to get more of an aerial view, you're going to press the E like echo, and that's going to bring your camera up. And this is great for, aerial view, pictures, if you want to get a really dramatic, I don't know, sorry, I'm making myself dizzy. So, it enables you to do cool things, like if you press the up arrow key and the Q key, you can get like a really cool cinematic zoom in, You can do a lot of fun things with tab mode, for sure. But anyway, so let's go over back to Marissa Cowplant. As you can see, she is still posed because the game is still paused. I can press the number 1 key and that will actually unpause my game. And as you can see, she's swiftly moving into the other poses that we downloaded since we did the all-in-one download. So let me go ahead and pause again. Oh, let me finish. There we go. So we'll go ahead and pause again. Let's bring her down a little bit. Oh. And now we're able to get really, really dramatic shots, very dynamic shots of Marissa. So we can do this. Let's say, oh, this looks great. This is exactly how I want my sim to look. Just go ahead and press the C like camera key. You can press that as many times as you want, and it'll take photos. So let's hop out of tab mode. You just press the tab button. That will bring you back to the regular game camera. And as you can see here, we got lots of pictures that I took right there. So we took those. I'll show you later when we hop out of the game where those pictures end up. So we got some great pictures of Marissa. Now, as you saw, I didn't do anything to get her to pose except for click on her. So now we'll go ahead and stop her from posing. She'll run through the cycle, but that's fine. We'll just let her run through the picture cycle or the pose cycle, and we'll let her go. So now let's go ahead and let's bring Andrew's pose player, let's bring teleport any mod into the equation. So to get the teleport any mod, all you have to do is go to the search bar in build and buy mode. Build mode, sorry. You have to go to build mode. Type in the text bar, sim. That's it. It will pop up right here, sim teleporter destination. Go ahead and click that. It'll take you right there. I think it's in miscellaneous decorations, but I don't have time to spend looking for it, so I just type sim and it automatically pops up for me. So we got one teleporter destination, and it just keeps them locked. So you can do as many of these as you want. You can also move these in live mode. So if you put one down and you want to put it somewhere else, just grab it. All right. Another big thing about the teleport mod destination is when you first start putting sims in poses, you're going to think to just, put these two guys next to each other, right? Because if your two sims are posing next to each other, that's where you put them. But in actuality, you want to have these two teleport destinations literally right on top of each other. As you can see, they completely disappear. That is where you have to put these destinations. You have to put them literally on top of each other for a multiple sim pose to work. So I'll show you just with Marissa Calplant as first. So we have a summon a sim here and teleport a sim here. Summon a sim is literally every single sim in your game save. So every single sim, doesn't matter who. Teleport a sim is only the sims that have spawned in the surrounding area. So of course you're going to have your household sims, but you also have nearby sims. So we'll put Marissa Calplant there. As you can see, there she is. She's teleported, but she's in a bad mood too. Sorry, honey. But also she can move from this. She's not stuck here, right? She can move around. It's just getting her to that spot. So we'll go ahead and pause. So now let's try it with two sims. So we'll have one knight for Marissa Calplant, and we'll put another knight in there for another sim. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to invite the sim to your lot to take photos of them. They don't have to be in your household. As you see, you can get any single sim in your save file into this destination. So who should we pose with? Where's Benjamin? If you remember my thing with Benjamin, I think that they're dating. Here he is, Benjamin. Okay. So there's Benjamin and Marissa Calplant. So as you can see, they are totally merged within each other, and that's good. That's fine. Leave them that way. I like to keep my game paused when I'm setting up a pose so they do not move out of the spot. As you can see, their feet are firmly planted on each other. They're not going anywhere. So you just have to find one sim. So I think this is Marissa. Yeah, you can see from the icon here. Here's Marissa. I think I got like a Valentine's Day pose. So let's do Marissa. And again, these poses, they're all made by different creators. So some of them will say sim A, sim B, like this person's does. Oops. Some of them will say, female sim, male sim, sim 1, sims 2, sims 3, sims 4. Like they'll list just anything. It doesn't matter because the creator does it. So it's really up to you to play around with the poses and see which ones you like best, because you're not going to know until you try the pose out. So as you can tell, even though they were merged just a second ago, because the two teleporter destination mods were right on top of each other, these sims have now spawned to the correct spot. So you can see they're not merged together anymore. Well, although Marissa's hand is kind of merged, but you can just simply move the camera and, avoid that. But as you can tell, her and Benjamin here are posed very well. They look great. All you have to do is, and again, keep the game paused because they start moving around and gets really complicated if you don't. So I can go ahead and have both of them stop posing. Click pose by pack. Go into the same pose, and let's say I want Marissa to be, this is awkward, they're kissing. Let's say Marissa will be person B for pose 4, and Benjamin will be person A for pose 4. Let's do that. There we go. Here we go. See? So now they're holding hands, they're together, they're posed together. All right, cool. So let's hop back into tab mode. Let's back the camera up, and you can do this with your arrow keys, or you can do this with the WASD, WASD on your keyboard, whichever you prefer. It doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and move the camera down. Oh, I have this guy here. We don't want pictures of you. So we can get some really dynamic shots of Marissa Cowplant and Benjamin, of course. We can show them with their lovely trailer. I'm just pressing the C key throughout my little movements here, just to get really fun shots of them, right? Pretty cool. All right, as you can see, I took a ton of photos, very fun. So to get them to stop posing, you like click on them, stop posing, click on Benjamin, stop posing. Press play, they're there, they're done. Now, as you know, we've kept all of this on our lot. You cannot move this outside of your lot, this teleport destination mod. So you have to, if you're going to have 2 Sims, or 10 Sims, 3 Sims, 4 Sims, whatever, how many Sims you want to pose together, you have to do it on a lot. So that doesn't mean it has to be on your residential lot. You could, hop into a community lot, place a couple of these guys around, and then play the game and send your Sims there and just grab those. I know like some people that put it in basements, they just have like 100 of them in a basement, and then the player just goes and grabs them as they need them. So you can do that if you want. If you have like a pretty park or a wedding venue, you can just throw a bunch of them in there and put all the poses together. So not too bad. But you are not constricted to a lot. You can have your Sim pose wherever you want. So let's go ahead and let's take Marissa to a little bit more of a scenic location. All right, so as you can see, we got Marissa in a much more scenic location here in Strangerville. So again, we are just going to go ahead and click on Marissa Cowplant, pose by pack. Instagram pose, sure, what? Okay, oh, I'm glad I got this one up. Okay, so this pose, as you can tell, the creator intended some of these poses to have an additional custom content item. So when you download the pose, the creator will say on their website or on their Tumblr, hey, you need, example, this McDonald's cup for this pose, or you need the MXIMS coffee cup accessory, and they'll list the accessory you need, and then when you download that, the website will tell you, how to put together. But really, if they're holding like a cup or a cell phone or whatever the pose is, it will be an accessory in Create a Sim, like a ring or a bracelet or something. So you have to go into Create a Sim, have them put on the accessory, and then hop out back into live mode so that they can pose with the accessory properly. So that's how you get those accessories. It's just a modified ring or bracelet, but it shows up in their hand properly. So for our purposes, obviously I didn't download any of these accessories, so I'm just going to choose pose 2 because that doesn't have any additional information about needing an accessory. Let's go ahead and exit out, press play, and okay, so if you look up selfie poses usually will have like a hand out like this. So when you go into tab mode, you can have set up the shot so that you can see her arm, so it looks like she's taking a selfie. So that's why the Sim's arm is out. So we'll take some pictures like this, sure, why not? As you can tell from this, so let's stop posing. Pose by pack. Let's go back to this one. This one will also say, pose 7 with EA chair. Let me show you what this looks like. Okay. So as you can see, she is sitting in a chair, but it looks really awkward, obviously, because there's no chair there. So what you would do is you would just put the teleport destination knight just on a chair, and then they would sit on the chair. Yeah, not that complicated. Anyway, all right, so stop posing. Let's do a real pose this time. All right, so we got a cute pose here. She's like, oh my goodness, I'm in Strangerville. How crazy. All right, so again, we can do Q. We can do E to get more of an aerial shot. We can back it up with the arrow down or the S key, and we can take some really cool shots of Marissa Cowplant. We can also zoom in really, really well, which I like. So you can really get some beautiful, very detailed shots of your Sims if you want to, or if you want more dramatic, far away shots, you can definitely do that. So again, I'm literally just pressing the S key right now, and it's moving the camera back. It's a little slow, but I think you can press Shift S. Yeah, if you press the Shift key and the S or Shift W, that moves the camera a little faster. So there's that. So let's zoom out so we can get the Strangerville sign in there. And there you go. You can get some great scenic shots of your Sims. Really, you can do whatever you want with it. It's pretty fun. But as you can tell, this looks way more realistic than anything we can get in game right now. Obviously, we have a very natural pose. We have a great view that we normally can't see when we're playing the game. We're a little bit lower to the ground. So this is it. This is how you pose your Sims. This is how you make them react in their environment. And just, read the Tumblr or the websites of the creators. And as you can see in the notes, they do list how to use their poses and if a chair or a bed or whatever needs to get used. So just, take the time, look at everything that you download and get to know it and mess around with it too. Just start having them do random poses to see how they interact. All right, so let's hop out of tab mode and let's actually hop out of the game because I'm going to show you where to actually find all of the pictures that we took. All right, so we are back on my regular desktop. Let's go ahead and go into Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4, and Screenshots. All right, so as you can see, it lists all of the screenshots that I've taken. So let's see, and they're all labeled by date. So this was taken the day I recorded this video. As you can see, you can scroll through and look at all the different pictures that I took. So very fun. So this is where you find the pictures. Now I'm sure you're wondering, hey, I don't have Photoshop. I don't know how to edit these photos or crop these photos or make them look like how I see on the Sim Tumblrs. I'm going to show you a website that makes that really easy for you. So let's go ahead and let's pull up that website. This is the website that I use to edit. This is not sponsored in any way. This website does not know that we exist, but this is just what I do. I literally, to find this website, I literally just typed in free online photo editor, and it's like the first thing that popped up. So this is a website, it's called Be Funky. Again, I'll leave it in the description bar for you guys. But if you go here to create photo editor, it will take you straight to the website. Okay, so obviously I have a auto-saved project that was a photos editing before this, but we'll go ahead and start new. And it allows you right here at the top to open a file from your computer to find your pictures. As you saw before, we did Documents, Creative Arts, Sims 4, Screenshots, and you just pick the photo you want. I don't remember what photo, so we'll just go this one. Sure, cool. So now that we're in the editing portion of the Be Funky website, there's a lot you can do. Of course, I don't have a paid account with them or a plus feature account, so there's quite a few things that I can't do, which is indicated by these stars. Of course, if you want to do a paid account, it's totally up to you. I don't, so I'll just show you what I do for free. So first thing I do is crop. Usually the screenshots in Sims 4 are quite large, so if you're using them for Instagram and Tumblr, especially Instagram, I feel like since Instagram kind of, your photos have to be pretty square, I try to square my photos as much as possible, just so I don't have to worry about it looking weird on Instagram. So you just kind of see how much of this photo do I really want on here. I always try to make sure I have the sim completely in there. So you can go and crop it. Next, I go to exposure. Exposure is just contrast, highlight, doing different things, shadows, really up to you. Just play with it, see what you like best. Next is color. So personally for me, if I'm taking photos in Strangerville, Sulani, Oasis Springs, I like to take the temperature up a little bit versus photos I take in Glimmerbrook or Forgotten Hollow or even Willow Creek. I tend to make those a little cooler, but totally up to you. You can keep it just at a 0, just neutral, how it looks in game. But I always like to bump up the temperature a little bit. Saturation, as you know, it's totally just the coloring of the photo. If you're going to take like old-fashioned photos, turning down the saturation really helps. So there's that. And you can do beautify. Beautify just kind of smooths the photo out. Up to you. It doesn't really matter. I don't even know, just have fun. I mean, obviously you've been on a website before, so just have fun with it. Play around with what you like. Once you have the photo that you like, you can go ahead and save it to your computer. I'll typically name it something special, but I don't know, we'll name it photo 1. All right. I always make sure the quality is really good. Use a high quality image, might as well, right? But yeah, that's it. It downloads straight to your computer. You can then take this file, do whatever you want with it. You can throw it on Instagram, on your Facebook, on your Tumblr. Just keep it for yourself, whatever you want to do. Totally up to you. So this is how I get poses. This is how I take my posed photos, and this is how I then edit them. Of course, if you have Photoshop or if you have a favorite editing program, use it. This is just something free I found online. But yeah, this is the video. Hopefully you guys found it really helpful. Feel free to check out the rest of the videos on our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button and the notification button. I don't know what to do, but you can do that if you want. Hey, there you go. I'm also going to leave our website in the description so you can check out our weekly podcast. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your time, and thanks for watching. Bye.